By all of us, I simply mean the human species. I'm going to link in the description to a video I made several years ago while walking in the woods called Tellurian Republic. That's my personal pitch for the future name of a world state there. Please go ahead and watch that, and then feel free to get busy in the comments section if you fancy. If not, cool. So, many years ago, I covered the topic of the Earth Federation movement on this channel. I made a 4-part series about this group back in 2011. This Earth Federation movement is the World Constitution and Parliament Association. They created a World Constitution which they apparently finalised in 1991. It's an elaborate and praiseworthy document. I have, in the past, endorsed this work and the strategy of the group. Several years later, and a fair bit of reflection on my previous stance, I respectfully withdrew my enthusiastic support, and with the benefit of a few more years' reflection, thinking about it every now and again, I've concluded that I was holding incompatible ideas on the subject of establishing a democratic world government. So mentally I'm pretty slow. It's true. It can take me a long time to notice things knocking around in my own head. If you don't know, I'm a supporter of Vote World Parliament and have been for many years. Link in the description. I'm actually a member of this NGO as Ambassador at Large. Not sure how useful I am in that capacity, but yeah. I haven't had any contact for a while with Jim Stark or any of the folks running the show over there for a while, so no one put me up to making this video anyway. I'm just rambling of my own accord, as usual. Anyway, the incompatibility part. Okay. The Earth Federation movement strategy is write the Constitution and then go around and get the various national governments of the world to ratify it. As you might have imagined, this hasn't gone so well. It hasn't worked. What you need to do is build huge popular support for the idea of world democracy first, and then once you have that huge demand for a world parliament, various powers, groups and individuals go to work. A world electoral commission would be needed. Constituencies would have to be drawn up. This might well turn out to be a tricky business. Once you have an elected parliament in place, our representatives could draft a constitution, or several proposals could be put forth. The first referendum would be to authorise the creation of a world parliament. A second referendum would likely be needed to approve any constitution put forward for the people's consideration. Now, my views have evolved over time. Nothing strange there. Re-evaluations have happened. I've reread old material, you know. I don't agree with everything Jim Stark says, and yeah, I do have my own ideas of what a world state would and should look like. Unique ideas, dare I say. Yeah. I suspect my views on certain issues would put me at odds with a few fellow advocate of democratic world government. Yeah, like my views on the UN, for example, and what should be done with it, should that democratic world government get to where it needs to be. But Jim's right about the World Constitution and Parliament Association, or the Earth Federation movement. It's cart and horse without a road to travel on kind of stuff. Yeah. It's not going to work. World Democracy Through a Global Referendum by Jim Stark is the book. Go to the website voteworldparliament.org. I personally support the strategy, the referendum. I find myself in agreement with much of what Jim says, but not all. Big picture. He's my ally, that's what counts. Allies find common ground and work on it. I do have my own ideas about what should be in a world constitution, as you yourself might. Even though I have my own views, I remain open to suggestion. So feel free to post your ideas below if you fancy. Treat it like a mental exercise if you like. Have fun. And don't forget to vote World Parliament.